Queen's Park is adjourned for the summer, but the announcements haven't stopped. The province now setting aside just over $67 million for housing initiatives in Toronto.
These funds can be used to build more infrastructure and get even more homes built in the coming years. Because there's nothing I would like more than to come back next year with an even bigger check.
Premier Doug Ford says part of the reason he's doling out this cash is because nearly 21,000 units broke ground in Toronto last year, which was 88% of the city's housing target. Mayor Olivia Chow says it is a welcome announcement that will be put to good use. Last year, Chow set a goal of building 65,000 affordable homes. She adds the city is halfway there. Ontario Minister of Municipal Housing and Affairs Rob Flack joins me now in studio to discuss. Welcome and thank you for coming here.
Thank you, Cynthia.
This is a nice, good news announcement for this snapshot in time, but let's look at the bigger picture in Toronto and across Ontario. We have a housing crisis, and this is just a very small step in what is required.
100%. We had record housing starts up to just a few years ago. And the last year and a half, they've really cratered. It's been tough. That's why we came out with a new bill brought into by Royal Assent yesterday, Bill 17, to build faster and smarter in this province.
What is Bill 17 going to do that hasn't been done before?
Well, it's going to create the conditions, improve the conditions to get more homes built faster.
How?
Number one, we're going to defer DCs, development charges, from when you pull a permit, when the building permit's pulled to build, it can still take months or years to get that home built. We're going to defer them until occupancy. So that gives builders, home builders, added cash flow to put that into their investment. Okay. Number two, we're eliminating them completely on long-term care homes. Our seniors are needing more spaces. We've committed to that.
What, a backlog of what, 33,000 at least?
We want to get
spots?
36 to 40,000 new LTC homes built and built fast. So the DC charges, in some cases it could be millions of dollars, it's now eliminated. So DCs is number one. Number two, the code is king. The building code, whether in Toronto or Timmins, whether in Windsor or Walkerton, the code is king. It's one standard code right across the province.
Which takes, many say that takes away the power from municipalities, and it's a blanket one size fits all. Shouldn't municipalities have some say?
Respectfully, we have a great building code, and when you have hundreds of iterations throughout the province, it's hard for home builders to be consistent. I know one builder in London who builds in London and Kitchener. They're two totally different building codes in those municipalities. So we have a great building code. Let's just stick to it and use it, and let's not have all the iterations. It takes too long to get shovels in the ground. We need to lower the time it takes.
Let's take a look at the promise the Ford government made. 1.5 million homes by 2031. You're nowhere near meeting those targets. Are you going to meet those targets?
I see that as a lofty goal, obviously, but if we do nothing, we'll never get there. So that's why we're creating the conditions, like Bill 17, amongst other things, to get shovels in the ground faster. And these Building Faster funds that we're adding. Remember, we brought this program out 3 years ago. This is the second year.
But you're still way behind. You've had it out here for a while, and you haven't even met the current goals, much less even coming close to reasonably suspecting you'll meet 2031 goals.
Well, again, we've created the conditions to get home building started. The math isn't working. Builders are not going to build if they can't make money.
Why haven't you done this sooner, though? Because this government has been in power for several years now. What is this, year 6?
Up to 2 years ago, we were having record housing starts. So what happened? Higher inflation, higher interest rates. They went up a fair bit. Mostly, I would say, respectfully, the federal government was spending out of control. Number three, the carbon tax. And then of late, what's really has hurt has been the headwinds from the Trump tariffs. So we thought we had to take that on in a direct way, and that's what we did in Bill 17.
Didn't mean to step on you there.
No problem.
Are things harder with the Trump tariffs looming over everyone? Are developers more concerned to put shovels in the ground right now?
100%, because of uncertainty. You know this, the markets, business, people, when they're uncertain, they refrain from investing. We have to invest to get more homes built faster. Why? We brought over 1 million jobs to this province, 1 million jobs. We don't want to see them leave. You can get a building permit a lot faster in the U.S. than you can in Ontario.
We have a crisis with affordable housing. We know we need it. We can see people on the streets who are suffering. Are you not limiting or lowering the number of affordable housing that has to be built now with this?
We've changed it where it's from a 10% to 5%.
So you are.
We are, but
Significantly.
Okay, so let's look at the math. How's it working at 10%? If the people won't build the homes because the math doesn't work, let's get it started. Let's kickstart it at 5%, and we can always revisit it down the road.
But will you do anything else to accommodate more people in a different way then?
We have to, and that's why we looked at the heart hubs, investing in heart hubs, and the extra $76 million we put in from our encampment bill. We are investing $700 million in homelessness prevention funding. This government has spent more on homelessness and supportive housing than any government in the history of Ontario.
And yet I've never seen more people on the streets.
You're right. You're right. It's tough. It's really tough, and continues to grow. And it's not going away. When you take a look back to 2003, when the province came up with the service manager model, where they looked after each municipality, their current local needs when it came to supportive housing. The homelessness crisis was not even talked about. Today, there's been exponential growth. It's sad, and obviously we want to lend a helping hand as best we can, but our municipal partners have their own unique circumstances. That's why we provide them with the funding to get it done.
Come back and let's discuss this more, and we'll track your progress, Minister.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.